Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. Today, we're pouring and swirling and nosing and scoring the latest addition to the Old Granddad bourbon family. It's Old Granddad 16 year. Today, I've partnered with Geologie to bring you this sponsored video. I have a working theory that if the word ends in ology, it's super smart word. And Geologie is no different. Geologie creates simple and effective skincare and hair care routines customized just for you. Their products have been built on just a handful of powerful and proven ingredients that have been trusted by the best dermatologists for decades. I know what you're thinking. Ugh, skincare, what a drag. I can't commit to anything like that because it's so hard. Wrong. Couldn't be any more wrong. Because committing to better skincare doesn't have to be difficult. Take a look in the mirror and ask yourself, is my skin perfect? And if the answer to that question is no, you're only a 60-second quiz away from getting the results you want to see. They'll just ask you some questions about your skin, and then they'll build a custom skincare routine just for you. And then they'll box up that custom routine and ship it directly to your door. Geologie has me on the sensitive skin face wash twice a day, once in the morning and once at night. And then I hit myself with this SPF 15 morning tone control moisturizing cream. Try to say that 10 times fast. Before you hit the sack, I've been hitting myself with another wash, and then the eye cream, whoosh, goodbye dark circles, and then the retinol formula night cream. Quickly spread the creams before you hit the dreams, if you know what I mean. So stop wasting your time with endless skincare products that don't work. Click on my link in the description below and grab 70% off your personalized skincare trial while also getting 50% off all add-ons. Thank you so much, Geologie, for partnering with the channel, and thank you for partnering with my face. Having great days starts with the clean phase. I don't own a bottle of the 80 proof version of Old Granddad, but I got a bottle of the bonded here. This is a $20-some-odd bottle of bourbon, 100 proof. Bottled in bond. It's Jim Beam's High Rye Mash Bill. Same mash bill you can find in Basil Hayden's. Then we have the Old Granddad 114, the same mash bill as the bonded, but at 114 proof. This bad boy can be had for around 30 bucks and is one of the best budget bourbons you can buy. Drink it neat, put it on some rocks, make a stiff cocktail, whatever you want, whatever you do, don't you know? Then we fast forward to the year 2024, which is last year. So I'm a little bit late reviewing this, but guess what? Better late than never, that's what they say. America. This is the Old Granddad 16 year. Bottle, friggin' sharp. I love the look of these vintage bottles, like the way it's got like a friggin' necklace medallion on it, like something you'd earn in Cub Scouts. I just love the looks of this bottle. Picked it up for, I think, $189 plus tax is what I paid for this bad boy. I think $190 in Nevada is what I got this OGD 16 for. Claremont, Kentucky. Old Granddad established 1882. This, like the bonded, comes in at 100 proof, but has been aged for much longer in the barrel. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. This very Old Granddad expression aged a minimum of 16 years pays homage to the brand's legacy as one. One of the industry's preeminent whiskeys, historically inspired by vintage releases. This fine bourbon is cut to 100 proof to reach its optimal and distinctively classic OGD flavor and body. There are 122 calories per 1.5 fluid ounces, so you could get fat off this, fat and drunk. That means so 16.6667. That means there are 2,033 calories in an entire bottle of 100 proof bourbon. If that bottle were 750 milliliters, like this one. If you know anything about me, you know that I do definitely enjoy an aged pour. An older bourbon is typically a better bourbon for me. I haven't tasted this bottle in a few weeks, so I do remember that I like it, but the question is how much? How much do I like it? What type of score will I appropriate to it? Ooh. The nose is like a nice rich peanut brittle. Oh yeah. Like a raspberry jam and peanut brittle all like next to each other. Like if you smeared raspberry jam on top of some peanut brittle, some delicious homemade peanut brittle. Definite raspberry, definite tangy raspberry. Oh yeah, smells good. There is an oak back end holding up the peanut brittle and raspberry notes. It's kind of like its support system. Like if you were stranded in the woods, fighting for your life, fending off friggin' coyotes and hunting little rabbits, and you had to build yourself a shelter out of raspberries and peanut brittle, that would be leaning on a lean-to, some would call it. The peanut brittle and raspberries would be leaning on, in this lean-to scenario, a nice oak, charred oak, bourbon-soaked charred oak wall. It's what the third part of the lean-to is made out of. Raspberries, peanut brittle, and oak. And I like it. The more I nose it, the more that the raspberry is becoming the prominent note here. Like a raspberry jellyfish with an oak spine, if jellyfish had spines. Now let's go in for a taste. OGD 16 year, down the hatch. That is nice. That is good. It is oaky. That is nice and oaky. That is an oaky, oak forward pour right there. And I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. As soon as it touched the palate, I was like, oh, this is gonna be really thin. It tasted really thin at first, but then it started to build viscosity as it worked to the back, and ultimately it didn't end super viscous, but it did end up to be a bit thicker than I originally thought. Something that a lot of you oak lovers will absolutely adore. If you don't like the aged oak note that you get in old bourbons, stay away. Stay far away. Second sip. Yeah, thin. It is good and oaky. There's a little bit of baking spice in there, maybe some cinnamon. The raspberry note that I was getting on the nose, she gone, not on the palate. So we're talking barrel char, pepper, cinnamon, and oak. Third sip, and it's not improving on the thick factor. As a matter of fact, the more I sip this, the more underwhelmed I am with the palate. It just doesn't transition super well in the mouth. It lacks the oiliness that you want out of a $200 bottle of whiskey, I'm not gonna lie. Do I like the flavors that I'm getting? Absolutely. It almost drinks lower than 100 proof. The thinness on it is thin. The lack of oiliness is not great. The Hardin's Creek bottles, even Knob Creek 18. You know what, maybe that'll be my next video. Maybe I should compare this. That's what I'll do. I'll compare OGD 16 to Knob Creek 18, because I think the Knob Creek 18 comes off as much thicker, much oilier, and at the same proof. I like my whiskey like I like my ladies, oily and full-bodied. Do I enjoy this 16-year-old Granddad? Yes. Do I like it a lot? Sure. Do I think it's great? No, I don't. Can you get better bourbons for the price? Yes. All in all, I would say that I enjoy the profile of this. I enjoy the oak forwardness. I think that this would be much better at the 114 proof, and hopefully they do that for us. Hopefully they're listening and provide that. And if they don't provide that, then I'll provide this to them. Do you even love us? Do you even love us? We're sitting here. We're sitting here. We're just sitting here. Maybe that will convince them. Today, Old Granddad 16 year receives a score from me of 7.8. 7.8 for Old Granddad 16 year. It's very good, but the lack of viscosity, the lack of mouthfeel is ultimately what drives the score down from a great bourbon into something that's just very good. So that's gonna do it for this review. In the comments down below, tell me, what do you prefer more, Knob Creek 18 or Old Granddad 16? I'll bourbon skirmish those up in the next video, but until then, thank you for watching Matt Madness every Friday night, through June at least. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, ring the notification bell so you are notified when Matt Madness starts every Friday night. and when I upload a new video. My name is Matt, this is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds but your mind on one day of being an old granddad. Because if there's anything as good as having kids, it's gotta be having grandkids. And am I sitting here talking about having grandkids already? I'm only 40. But at the same time, maybe it's me looking in the mirror and hoping I don't die. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. My own mortality. I bet you being an old granddad is great. And I need to get on the treadmill so I make it that far. Love you all so much. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here. Until next time, goodbye, good night. See you later.